The Matrix is a system, Neo. That system is full of degenerates. When you're inside, you look around, what do you see? Businessmen, teachers, lawyers, carpenters, the very minds of the people we are trying to save. But until we do, these people are still a part of the woke system, and that makes them our enemy. You have to understand, most of these people are not ready to pick up a biology textbook. And many of them are so inert, so hopelessly dependent on their pronouns that they will fight to protect it. Were you listening to me, Neo? Or were you looking at the dude in the red dress?
A dude?
Look again. Who is it?
That wasn't a woman?
No. It's another training program designed to teach you one thing. If you are not one of us, you might marry one of them.
What are they?
Transformers. They can move in and out of any gender, regardless of their chromosomes. That means that anyone coming out of the female bathroom is potentially a ladyboy. Inside the Matrix, they can identify as anything, but in reality, it's just delusion.
We have survived by hiding from them, by running from them. But they are at the Diddy parties. They are guarding all the doors while they are touching all the kids, which means that sooner or later, someone is going to have to fight them.
Someone.
I won't lie to you here. Every single man or woman who has stood their ground, everyone who has fought this agenda got canceled. But where they have failed, you will succeed.
What?
I've seen an agent identify as a concrete wall. Men have emptied entire clips at them and hit nothing but air. Yet their strength and their speed are still based in a world that is built on rules. Because of that, they will never be as strong or as fast as you can be.
What are you trying to tell me? That I can dodge lawsuits?
No, Neo. If you identify as an innocent human being, you won't have to.
I identify as an innocent human being.
Multiple reports, including reporting by The Atlantic, have alleged episodes of excessive drinking, unexplained absences, and behavior that concern current and former FBI and DOJ officials. You have publicly denied those allegations and filed a defamation lawsuit. So today, as you testify before Congress, is it your testimony that those allegations are categorically false?
Unequivocally, categorically false.
So there have been no occasions during your tenure when FBI personnel were unable to promptly reach you?
Absolutely not. You can ask my entire workforce. They hear from me at every single hour of the day, as do these great gentlemen here, as do the men and women of the interagency and state and local law enforcement in the White House.
And so there have been no occasions when your security detail had difficulty waking or locating you, is that right?
Nope, it's a total farce. I don't even know where you get this stuff, but it doesn't make it credible because you say so.
I'm not saying it, Director Patel. It's been written and documented.
You are literally saying it.
No, I'm saying that these are reports, Director Patel.
No,
and
unlike your baseless reports, the only person that was slinging margaritas in El Salvador on the taxpayer dollar with a convicted gangbanging rapist was you.
You know,
the only person that ran up a $7,000 bar tab in Washington, D.C. at the lobby bar was you.
This
the only individual in this room that has been drinking on taxpayer dime during the day
polygraphing
is you.
Director Patel, come on. These are serious allegations that were made against you. They're in a lawsuit that you filed.
You drinking margaritas with a gangbanger is true and on video.
It just goes to show you
running a $7,000 bar tab at the lobby bar has been filed by your own office.
This goes to show
during the day. That's you.
Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. It's Sky here from Oak Society. This is episode number 1103. It is May 12th, 2026. Let's welcome in all of our friends over on Rumble, over on Kick, over on X, over on YouTube, and of course, my favorite platform, built by Patriots for Patriots. Let's see all the odds down the chats over on pilled.net. We got a crazy good show for you guys. Thanks for hanging out yesterday, fam. We had such an amazing show yesterday on the subscriber-only show. Learning so much about our forefathers and Christianity and the embedment of all that. Mixed all that together. It was fantastic, but we are here now on a sweet Taco Tuesday. We're going to find out what's going on with Trump, because it seems like, guys, we got a China problem. Trump's on his way to Beijing. We got all kinds of updates going on with Iran. And yes, it looks like Trump has been going on a truth storm once again, calling out all the Russiagate actors. And it looks like Thomas Massie, oops, got himself involved in another sex scandal here. So smash all those red pills, keep the gold pills flowing, the stickers flying, and please give my mods all kinds of love. Guys, I'm getting over like some kind of little cold my kids got. I didn't know if I was going to be able to completely make it, but we're here. The ivermectin and vitamin C are working. Let me get into it. We got Eric Sewer Patriot all fired up. We got Gracie Thomas, Heather July. Tennis Girl says it was a great show. It was a fantastic show. Yesterday was one of the best ones we've done in a while. Jason with a Q, RP67, Willow Lee, Dewana Q of Lurks, welcome in, Dougie. We got Boneless Chicken. Mr. Dags in the house. DK Anon back in the chat. What up, dude? We also got Unfucked Patriot. Oh, with the Pete sticker. I love it. I love it. Guitar Lady, welcome in. DJ D. Laura Y. Cyber out there. PJ Carr, welcome in, friend. Welcome in. Little Jim. Or Jim. Why did I say Little Jim? Sorry, Jim. Jim, what up, dude? All right. That wasn't gay. Thumper Hawk, welcome in, friends. Roy Stones and Bones, welcome in, guys. Welcome in. Who else we got? It looks like Heather, as always. Thank you, Heather. Dean is me. Welcome in, friends. ZR2 and on. Great to have you guys out there. Jack Attack up on top. As per usual, you guys rock. What up, Spirit? Fuck the Dems. Facts not fear. Welcome in. Over on the Sad Rumble chat, it is no one else besides me, Little Cat Trillio 1, with 49 other bots. If you are real over on Rumble, please comment so we know that you're real, because these numbers, they just be lying. And over here on YouTube, so many chats. We got Micah, Chrissy Tina, Big Willie, Archie's Ghost, Little Cat holding it down. Thank you, Little Cat. NPR Patriot. Welcome in, guys. Welcome into the show. Sorry, Jim. I didn't mean to crush your man card there for a second by calling you Little Jim. My bad, man. Dear God. All right, guys, we're at 1,200 gold pills, fam. 20K is that daily goal, as we always do on this show. Thank you all so much. It's been fantastic, guys. I appreciate it. I'm a little nasally still, guys, getting over this, whatever this little cold was. The kids were, they were out, just done. It was throw up week 2 weeks ago. Then they got colds. I don't know if it's this weather change, guys, but we're finally getting 70s and 80s on Saturday, which is great. I don't know if it's these weather changes. Who knows? But yeah, we're getting over this. We got a news blitz to do, guys. Going to save my voice here, jump right into it. Thank you all, as always. 20K, guys. Red pill smash, stickers flying, gold pills flowing. Please give my mods all kinds of love. We got a news blitz to do, guys. It's Taco Tuesday, guys. Time to get the week started off right. Let's do a news blitz. Well, guys, if I ever needed to tell you, it's never a good idea to smash a cargo ship into a well-known giant bridge. Well, the ship operators, guys, remember this, involved in the Baltimore bridge collapse, are being charged with misconduct and now also obstruction. The DOJ announced Tuesday on the 18th, Tuesday 18 charges against the operation of the cargo ship Dolly that crashed in the Francis Scott Key Bridge more than 2 years ago, causing it to collapse and killing 6 people on the bridge. Federal prosecutors charged Singapore-based Synergy Marine PTE Ltd and Chennai-based Synergy Maritime PTE, along with Indian National, a 47-year-old technical superintendent for both companies. Well, they face now conspiracy, willfully failing to immediately inform the U.S. Coast Guard of a known hazardous condition, obstruction of an agency proceeding, and false statements. We're going to keep you guys updated on this, but yeah, the DOJ is not playing around, and they want them DEI hires. That's right, Dougie, that is right. Over here, guys, from Dr. Ned Guillenon's gas tax suspension bill is moving through both chambers. Senator Josh Hawley announced Monday he'll introduce legislation to suspend the federal gas tax. Florida Representative Anna Paulina Luna says she'll file a House version this week. Several Democrats had already introduced similar bills, but the push followed President Trump's CBS News interview Monday morning. Quote, "We're going to take off the gas tax for a period of time, and when gas goes down, we'll let it phase back in, fam." Pennsylvania out here has one of the highest gas taxes in the entire country. None comparable to California, but at this point, fam, any kind of relief at the pump will absolutely take it. It's been insane, and I'm not too sure exactly when this whole conflict is going to be coming officially to an end. Over here from Zero Edge, quote, "Friendly local assassin suspect in White House Correspondents' Dinner, guys, is officially pleading not guilty." In a federal courtroom in Washington this morning, 31-year-old Cole Thomas Allen entered a not guilty plea to charges stemming from the April 25th shooting incident. At the White House Correspondents Association dinner, the plea sets the stage for a high-profile trial that could determine whether Allen faces life in prison for what authorities describe as an attempted assassination of President Donald Trump. And if he gets a douchebag Biden DC judge, he'll probably just go probation and get right back to his normal life. And speaking of someone that's not getting back to their normal life, shooter who sprayed dozens of rounds at passing cars in Cambridge previously got into a gunfight with police, but of course he's back on the streets, was freed by a woke judge after just 3 years. No way. Tyler Brown of Dorchester sprayed 50 to 60 rounds along Memorial Drive in Cambridge around 1:30 p.m. on Monday. 2 innocent drivers are struck and left in critical condition. Absolutely insane. Brown continued firing until a Massachusetts state police trooper shot him, ending the rampage. He actually survived, and a former Marine who was driving nearby also reportedly assisted in stopping the threat. And again, woke judges, will they ever be held accountable for releasing these animals back in the streets? They never do, and they end up getting people seriously injured or even possibly killed. Over here from Axios, the violent crime rates are plunging in America's big cities, fam. Big time. You can thank Donald Trump, the DOJ, and Kash Patel for this. Violent crime fell sharply across the largest U.S. cities in early 2026, extending a nationwide decline that began after the pandemic-era crime spike. And why this matters, the data from 67 major U.S. law enforcement agencies show violent crime fell across major categories during the first quarter compared with the same period in 2025. Absolutely dominating, especially out in Baltimore, guys. 83.3% less crime. That is insane compared to last year. This is what happens when you bring back law and order. Over here, guys, Israeli soldiers being sent to military prison for desecrating Virgin Mary and Jesus Christ icons. We all saw this about 21 days ago. Well, they're going to be spending 21 days in prison after sticking a cigarette in the statue's mouth, and the other one trying to decapitate a Jesus statue. Probably not a good look. Probably won't ever do that again. Here we go. Starmer is facing internal rebellion and refuses to resign as 80 Labor MPs and many of his own cabinet ministers want him gone, and they're also resigning as well. Failing British Prime Minister Keir Starmer has challenged Labour rebels to oust him and refuses to resign, the biggest of many successive crises he has faced. As many as 80 MPs have come out in support of Starmer's resignation or have a leadership challenge that ousts him. Guys, I don't believe he's going to be in power much longer. Not that he had any power. He's a pussy. And the UK citizens that we love and adore, they want him gone as well. Over here, guys, from the post-millennial Minnesota, I can't even say this seriously. The Minnesota WNBA team, the women's basically basketball team, holds a moment of silence. Holds a moment of silence for anti-ICE agitators Renee Good, Alex Preddy ahead of the season tip-off. Nothing like getting the woke WNBA that no one watches already, getting amazing ratings by starting off the season by honoring 2 communist retards. Unbelievable. No one is surprised. And last but not least, guys, Senator John Fetterman. When will he become MAGA? It's only a matter of time. He is sick and tired of the Trump bashing, and in regards to what's going on with the reflection pool, he's telling everyone to shut the fuck up. He says, stop this henpecking. $13 million? This is an iconic American place and was in serious disrepair. Get over the TDS and celebrate this is getting done for our 250th birthday. Senator John Fetterman, I don't know what's taking you so long, my friend, but you need to come to MAGA. You need to come to MAGA right now. And fam, that is today's News Blitz. I'm just waiting for the news, guys. I'm waiting for the news that Fetterman and Trump are going to have a special dinner. They're going to come out, and Fetterman's going to have wearing a fucking giant, big-ass MAGA hat. And we may have a MAGA senator out here in PA not too long from now. But who knows? The Democrat Party's going to definitely cheat him out. There's no doubt about it. They fucking hate that guy. And he's all about Israel as well. So that really pisses off all the muzzies and yeah, basically all the Democrats at this point. All right, guys, I saw that it looks like Drunk Pinata sent over a raid. Thank you so much, my friend. I appreciate that. Let's get to the gold pills. We got Jack Attack always getting us started with a cookie. Thank you, my friend. Izzy Q with a can. Hello. Eric Superpage with a can. 029 with the shades. Appreciate it, my friend. Spirit with a can. SKG with a cookie. DJD with a can. DK Anon says 108. In Phoenix, bro, I'm back playing ice hockey. Sober day 675. 675 days of sobriety for DK Anon, guys. Give him some love, dude. That is fantastic. Congratulations, my friend. 108. Yeah, dude, it was 33 this morning here in northeastern PA, but we hit the 60s. So I guess we're catching up. Metalworker says, sorry for my lateness. How dare you? Thank you, Metalworker, for the cookie. Jeff Bork with the cookie. And SBF Chief, thank you for the can, guys. We're almost at 2,000 gold pills and counting, fam. Thank you so much. 20K is that daily goal, as we always do on this channel. Really appreciate it, fam. We're going to get into what's going on with Trump and China, what's going on in Iran, give you guys some quick updates on that. But most of the show, guys, is going to be geared towards what's going on here in the homeland. Trump was dropping truth bombs all over the place last night. All kinds of updates going on with what's the gerrymandering wars. And it looks like Trump is sending an election integrity army, fam, that's going to help us out tremendously in the midterms. And Thomas Massie has got himself in some big, big trouble. So with that being said, guys, smash the red pill, keep the gold pills flowing, the stickers flying, and please give my mods all kinds of love. YouTube, Rumble, you guys know what to do. Like, share, engage in the chats, subscribe to the channel. Really appreciate that. All that good stuff. And fam, before we jump into the main event, I got to show you the TDS on display. Some retard decided to make what they're calling a Jeffrey Epstein / Donald Trump library, and literally putting in binders all the Epstein files that they have and making these nice timeline maps of Donald Trump. Donald Trump. And Jeffrey Epstein, and yeah, somebody really, I guess, oh man, you want to talk about disease? It's for real. Enjoy this, guys. The Donald J. Trump and Jeffrey Epstein Memorial Reading Room. I'm sure Keith Olbermann's next podcast is going to be filmed right here. I'll see you guys on the other side of the intro. Take a watch.
Society's fan, you know it's time to go. Grab your popcorn, sit back now, enjoy the show. Severe and non on the mic, so come on, enjoy the flow. The wave is rising and you know it's only gonna grow. Thanks for tuning in to the land of the real. But it's like the Twilight Zone, the plan is surreal. It'll blow your mind when the plan is revealed. Bring it all to light, all the plans they conceal. Grab your flashlight, it's time to go down the rabbit hole. It's dark and hell is hot, dealing with satanic souls. The tide is turning, patriots are now in control. Apply aggressive pressure right now until they fold, stay woke. Open up your eyes and keep them peeled. All they do is lie, realize not everything is real. The project looking glass, the future is revealed. Future proves past, but there won't be any deals. No time like the present for this music with the message. Is the method to my madness, beat the madness to my method. Give you nothing but the truth now to capture your attention. Broke free from the matrix, master the dimensions. People swear they know the truth, but aren't asking any questions. Confirmation bias, so they pass on interventions. For those who know the truth, but they pass it just to mention. Of anything you might say, the past is their defenses. Wake up, and don't you dare go back to sleep. Always keep one eye open for demons on the creep. Once you turn into a wolf, you won't ever be a sheep. A worldwide awakening, so now run and tell your peace. Wolf Society's fam, you know it's time to go. Grab your popcorn, sit back now, enjoy the show. Severe and non on the mic, so come on, enjoy the flow. The wave is rising and you know it's only gonna grow. Thanks for tuning in to the land of the real. But it's like the Twilight Zone, the plan is surreal. It'll blow your mind when the plan is revealed. Bring it all to light, all the plans they conceal.
You know, Donald Trump is such a douchebag that if you look up the word douchebag in the dictionary, there's a picture of Spencer Pratt. But if you look close, Spencer Pratt is holding up a picture of Donald Trump.
Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. It's Scott here from Woke Society. It's this episode 1103. It is May 12th, 2026. Welcome to all of our friends over on Rumble, Kick, X, YouTube, and of course, my favorite fam over on Pilled.net. How long do you guys think it's going to take for Trump to endorse Spencer Pratt? Because there's nobody else out there. He's not going to support the communists. That's got to happen soon. And fam, to be honest with you, all you guys out in Texas, you may have dodged a bullet. We're going to be seeing what's going on with Cornyn and Paxton. But as of right now, Scott Pressler is all in on Paxton and getting rid of the rhinos in Texas. And right now, as it stands right now, a lot of these polls not looking good for the rhino. So that is fantastic news for you guys as well. Midterms are coming, guys. The primaries are here. Our primaries are on the 19th. Which obviously we'll be voting in. But they're coming, guys. They're coming. They're coming hot and heavy. All right. Thank you to Metalworker again. Jeff Bork, SBF Chief. Thank you for the can, my friend. Appreciate all you guys. Thank you. Thank you. 2,000 gold pills. Appreciate the love over there. Over on Rumble, I see ya. Thank you so much. And also YouTube. Rebuild Nations, why are people getting so sick in May? Severe head and chest condition. Oh, dude, this winter has not let up, and we've gotten some summer weather like 3 days, and then it goes back to winter. I don't know if that has anything to do with it. Probably just immune systems, but no, I've been taking vitamins, Ivor, for over a year now. And you know, it still happens. I am 10 times more active than I ever was this past month alone. As you guys know, I've been doing the wood stuff. It's been crazy. And I'm moving as much as I possibly can, and my body feels better, my head feels better. But when you have kids, shit spreads like wildfire. Just kind of how the way it is. But either way. All right, guys. So, Trump right now, he is on his way to go see Xi Jinping and go visit Chyna, okay? This was supposed to happen, I believe, out in April. That all kind of got switched up because of everything going down in Iran. And now these guys are meeting up, and not just Trump, but Trump is bringing an entire entourage. I think it's like of almost 20 people, which, you know, it always got me. This always gets me freaked out when Trump is with his entourage. I think Elon Musk is going. I think Tim Cook is going. There's Marco Rubio is also going, I believe, even though he is technically sanctioned there and technically not allowed in the country, which again, you want to talk about power moves that'll be on display here, guys, when Trump gets there. It's going to be absolutely insane. There's a lot of high power people heading to China. And China was doing everything it could possibly do to make sure that there was no bad blood, at least publicly out in the open, that would piss Trump off, that would make things a little bit heated for Trump before he got to China. This is going to be an historic meeting nonetheless, and I have no idea what's going to come of it, but Trump is bringing the big dogs, and it looks like J.D. Vance is going to be obviously holding things down here in the homeland for obvious reasons. And it seems like Marco Rubio has been really out in the public light more so than anyone else in Trump's admin, and he's been doing great. And J.D. Vance has his place as well, and J.D. Vance is doing his thing with the fraud. He is doing his own little tours. He's doing his speaking events. He's doing his thing. Everything seems to be clicking exactly where we want it. So what are we expecting, fam, of what's going on here in China? Because last time I believe this happened, Trump made deals with Xi Jinping, then came home. And what happened to our country? Well, COVID-19 happened to our country. And everything else after that was history, as they say. And our economy tanked. The entire world plunged into lockdowns. It was one of the worst times that we could remember. And the draconian practices of these elitists and communists took over the country for a bit of time. And it turned into a shit show. We had a stolen election. Trump was, in my opinion, legally taken out. And then it was lawfare from then on out with Biden and Kamala Harris and their DOJ. Absolute shit show. So is that going to be happening this time around? I've been talking. That's why I briefly brought up, guys, last week, this hantavirus bullshit. I don't watch news really anymore, guys. The only time I really ever have news is in these clips that I have for the show. That's about it. They have, apparently from what I'm hearing, because again, I don't watch this crap anymore. It's just a complete waste of time. They are pushing this hantavirus shit so damn hard with the imagery of people en masse, people suited up, ambulances, quarantines, people in hotel rooms on lockdown. All this crazy shit, and this is why I'm saying, guys, like, when you watch my show, I'm going to give you guys the straight up, the sauce, the facts about what's going on. And this, again, this is not like COVID. It's not going to spread like COVID. Not going to do anything. And by the way, it can't spread like COVID because, in my opinion, COVID was never COVID. It was just another cold. So, is this what they're trying to gear up right now? Is this what the outcome's going to be? I have a feeling, guys, that it may be, just maybe, outside of tariffs, outside of wanting to do joint relations, outside of having optically good relationships, I think there may be an outcome here where Trump may be able to add pressure to China to get this whole conflict with Iran done faster, while he's face to face with Xi. Because this is the thing. China can come out and talk all kinds of shit and say that they aren't helping. They're not trying to help Iran. They're not trying to do this. They're not trying to get fuel through, sanctioned ghost fleets. And you all know they're all trying to do it, fam. And they're all being watched. And this is just war. And Trump knows that. This, again, or I think these people angels? Obviously not. But I'm going to show you guys here in a little bit. China is not just out there doing this for Iran. Of course they're not doing this just for Iran. They're also doing it for themselves. They're doing it for themselves because they're trying to, again, steal our technology, steal munition secrets, trying to get their hands on anything they can. Because the thing about the Chinese is, fam, they act so fucking badass. They think they're so great technologically, and the only thing they do is fucking steal. It's all they do. They steal our shit. Once anything online goes into their IPs, anything internet-wise, it becomes their property. And they steal our shit. It's all they can do. This is why I've always kind of had this weird thing, this thought in my mind, fam, about China, that the worst thing for China would for America to fall. Because if it wasn't for America, all these technological leaps and bounds for them would go crashing down. They'd have no one to steal from anymore. At least no one on our level. Why would China, that we have been the dumping ground for their bullshit products for decades now, which Trump is trying to change, why would China want us to be taken out in any kind of legitimate capacity? Doesn't make any sense to me. I have no idea why. But Trump's going out there. He's bringing the A-team. And we're going to find out what happens. And we're going to watch it in real time, guys. Because I don't know. Fam, can someone find out for me how long it takes to get from here, I guess East Coast, to Beijing? Like, I know Trump's got Air Force One. Maybe it's a little bit faster. Let me know, guys. That's a long ass flight. It's a long ass flight. We're gonna see some historic things no matter what, but let's take a watch.
Business with China, Boeing being an example for that. Now, China is looking, of course, for some different kind of trade dealings with the United States. But let's take a look at this roster that the president will have alongside him. Of course, you mentioned Apple's Tim Cook, BlackRock's Larry Fink, Elon Musk.
Oh, BlackRock's going.
Cristiano Amon, the CEO of semiconductor maker Qualcomm, also going to be there. That's just to name a few. But semiconductors, they've been a really good example of the President Trump really trying to show off this competitive edge to China. For Thursday's meeting, it's expected to be diverse, with President Trump stating that the conflict with Iran has changed the agenda a lot ahead of this. Both China is Iran's most powerful ally. Both countries, though, do have stake in stability. Here's the president yesterday.
I look forward to being there, and if he felt anything, we wouldn't be doing it. But a lot of good things can happen. Now, we'll be talking about, he'll bring up Taiwan, I think, more than I will. But I think that a discussion will be a little bit about energy and about the very beautiful country of Iran.
But, you do have sectors who are concerned about this meeting opening too much up. The U.S. Steel Coalition is concerned that bringing China into the mix more so could lessen the value of manufacturing of products from the U.S. In this statement, quote, "We are concerned that allowing Chinese access to the U.S. auto market risks triggering a China shock 2.0 that will replicate these effects in other key American manufacturing sector."
By the way, guys, why... And this is the thing, like, Trump knows China can give us some kind of economically some good deals. But in general, as a whole, why would we want anything China technological-wise inside this country when those motherfuckers, they can put stuff in it, they just try to steal our shit. Monitor our shit however they can, and why would we want any infiltration from this country that we can prevent? We want nothing to do with it. They already do it with their own human beings by having baby farms and raising little communists when it's time to vote, getting their people and their persuasion in power. They're already doing that in California, not just California. They're doing that in states all over the place. All over the place. So why would we want we would want kind of a arm's distance length relationship with China at the best.
Allowing Chinese companies and Chinese...
17 hours? Oh, shit. 17 hours to Beijing? Oh, man. Guys, it must be a comm, right?
Uh-oh, retard alert. Retard alert.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
Autos into the U.S. would create consequential, unacceptable national security risk. On top of that, there's the economic side, and this references in many ways the shock that we saw in the early 2000s when an influx of Chinese goods were brought into the United States, guys.
All right. Thanks so much, Alex.
Thanks, Alex.
Appreciate it. So they say that China is going to be emphasizing the 3 T's: tariffs, technology, and Taiwan. Technology, we're in that big AI race. We know that. And the fact that they steal a lot of our stuff is absolutely true. What's so interesting about the AI approach is their AI approach is, here's what we found, and they give it to all their people, whether you're a deli owner or a mechanic, because they're running out of people. They're single child policy, no joke. They're not having kids. The factories are empty, and they got this huge, they got a huge unemployment problem, huge real estate problem. So they want everybody, big and small businesses, to use AI. For us, we're trying to lead up top. And then when we race it, we spread it out and use for practical purposes ChatGPT, which was the game changer. And then then they came back with their DeepSeek. So that was a move. And then we seem to be moving ahead for about 6 months. But they look to implement practical purposes, but they are concerned about privacy. They don't want their people doing what we're doing, researching different topics, finding out how bad their life is, how much their government is skewering everything that they know. So they're concerned about that. And they're also concerned about, I guess, our presence of saving Taiwan. And that is we just sold them $11 billion worth of equipment. We actually delivered it.
Breaking news. Tennessee Speaker of the House removes Democrat lawmakers from all committee assignments who acted like thugs and trash when the legislature passed redistricting. Quote, members of the Democratic caucus will receive individual letters removing them from all standing committees and subcommittees of the House, except where membership is required pursuant to Rule 65 of the House rules. So now that man, if I wasn't on YouTube, I'd use a different word for this douchebag. The guy that went in the state trooper's face, said stupid, called him a stupid motherfucker, called him boy. Yeah, he just lost all his committees and subcommittees, and he's now been removed. So shout out to Base Tennessee. You guys are fucking awesome. Carry on.
And now we have another bill for $14 billion. It's on the president's desk. The president, he's going to tell the president, don't sign it. The president's got to sign it anyway.
So, Ainsley, I don't understand the criticism about this trip. You know, what could go wrong with the president? Maybe he's at
who's criticizing this trip? The fucking the communist media?
Maximum pressure when it comes to the Chinese. And I just want the Democrats to choose a talking point. Either he's been aggressive against China or he's in the pocket of China. Not only Brian touched on AI, making it very competitive in the United States. The Biden administration didn't want the competition happening there, put a lot of restriction on AI companies. The president opened that up. That goes directly against China. Going after Venezuela, Cuba, Mexico, and Iran, that defamed China.
Argentina, too.
Argentina as well. And then the president, for the first part of his administration, had maximum tariffs on China as well. So he's shown the willingness to go after them. Now, this is the diplomacy aspect of it right now.
Right.
We'll see what happens.
And they want the Strait of Hormuz to open up because it's vital for China's energy imports.
So this is what I'm saying here, guys. That I think obviously the public perception is going to be tariffs. I don't know what the 3 T's were. Tariffs, Taiwan, and something else. But I think a lot of it is going to be what's going on in Iran. You're gonna have a Xi Jinping saying, like, listen, guys, we know what you did. You fucking embarrassed us in Venezuela. You're now embarrassing us once again with Iran. And we really need things to kind of go back to normal, because right now, oil and gas is absolutely ridiculous. And we know you guys don't need the oil. You guys got plenty of that shit in the United States. But we really need to get back to some kind of normalcy with what's going on in Iran. And guess what? Trump can absolutely leverage that need, that absolute desperate need to get back normalcy to these Asian countries. It's there. Trump knows that all, and this is why he keeps saying over and over and over again. And it kills me, guys, because I know gas prices we're getting gouged right now. We're getting gouged hard. Saying he's got all the time in the world. I'm like, no, Trump. No, we don't. No, we don't. I got saws to run. I got splitters to run. I am going back and forth all the places with the damn truck. I didn't do this before, Trump. I didn't really care about gas prices before, but now I care, Trump. You don't got all day. We get these things back down, man. But he said, but again, on a serious note, this is why he keeps saying, yeah, we got all day here because we don't need it. And technically, he's right, guys. We don't need it. We got everything we need here in the United States. But China don't. But maximum pressure, guys, again, the Dems are going to say that. Yeah, again, it doesn't matter what Trump does. Trump's going to be too soft, too hard, too gay. Anything these guys, it does not matter what Trump does with these people. This is why I don't really care too much about the corporate media at this rate and the stage, guys. Whatever he does, it'll never be enough. It'll always be a mistake, and it'll always be a fuck up in their eyes because it's the TDS. But as far as Trump doing what he's doing right now, guys, he is putting maximum pressure and showing, not just by talk, but by action, that he is dead serious about China and also Iranian people of descent in this country remaining in this country and being in this country. And I don't know if you guys saw this. Trump is now looking to literally physically remove from the country 4,000, 5,000 Iranian, high-class Iranian families and getting them the buck out of the United States, removing them and send them packing back home. And again, this is what you do as a leader that makes a power move, that wants to send a message that we're not messing around anymore. And this is iconic Trump. And as far as the Chinese is concerned, it's the same thing. This is from Unveiled China. The CCP membership card has become a high-stakes liability for anyone seeking a future in the West. Recent reports from Seattle-Tacoma International Airport confirm a sharp increase in entry denials. In one instance, nearly 20 Chinese scholars were interrogated and turned away despite holding valid visas. U.S. Customs and Border Protection is now treating party ties as a significant national security red flag rather than a bureaucratic formality, and it should be. Obviously, if you're part of the CCP, you belong nowhere physically inside this country. This crackdown was part of a coordinated shift across North America. In early 2026, Canadian federal authorities denied permanent residency to a former Chinese police official, citing complicity in human rights abuses. For the first time, Western immigration officials are consistently categorizing CCP affiliation as direct involvement with a repressive apparatus. Can't believe it's the first time. That's insane. This makes applicants liable for exclusion based on crimes against humanity or espionage risk, and the era of strategic ambiguity for overseas Chinese has ended. As vetting processes tighten, the burden of proof has shifted to the individual. Proving dissociation from the party is no longer just a political choice, it is a mechanical necessity for anyone navigating the current immigration systems of the U.S. or in Canada. Now, Canada, they'll cuck out at some point because you got a full-blown elitist communist that barely lived in Canada anyways, now leading the country. Alberta, guys, is literally they're about to hold a vote in October, guys. Alberta is literally about to hold a vote to remove themselves from the country, and that would I have to assume after that, if they are successful, which, by the way, I think they got up to 319,000 signatures from Albertans to remove themselves from the country of Canada. And after that, I'm assuming they'd want to make a play to either join the United States or become under the umbrella of the United States, maybe a territory of the United States, and be done and just get all of the benefits of the military. America gets all the benefits of their oil, everything, and Canada can come crumbling down, which I don't want for my snow-maxing patriots. I love you guys. But your leadership, just like our past leadership not too long ago, loves themselves the CCP, loves themselves Chinese spies, will openly invite their military, their police, to literally be cops in their country, which is wild. United States, guys, is no different. We have been dealing with this same shit for years, for decades, especially out in New York City. We're going to get to a story here in a little bit out with California. But this whole notion that we're playing soft with China now, or Trump's going to be too soft, is absolutely ridiculous. And this is why, guys, while Trump is over there, this is a high-stakes meeting. This is only going to happen once. I think Xi Jinping does plan on coming over with his wife to America. Trump said that they're going to plan that. So this might be round one of two. And this will be must-watch television. No doubt about it. And like I told you, things are getting real when Trump's bringing Marco Rubio, who, by the way, like I said, he is sanctioned by the CCP. And guess what? Trump said, that's okay. We're going to bring him anyways.
That includes several cabinet secretaries. A source tells me we can expect to see Secretary of State Marco Rubio traveling with the president, the Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent, the Secretary of War Pete Hegseth, and Trade Rep Jamieson Greer. Rubio, of course, being the biggest surprise for everyone because he was sanctioned by China and banned back in 2020 for bringing up the Uyghur persecution. The president says the Iran conflict has changed the agenda by a lot ahead of the summit.
It is.
Xi might actually try to mediate later this week because China is hugely invested in regional stability and the flow of oil through the Strait of Hormuz. The president says a ceasefire with Iran is on life support currently after Tehran backed away from giving up its nuclear dust.
It's unbelievably weak, I would say. I would call it the weakest right now. After reading that piece of garbage they sent us, I didn't even finish reading it. I would say the ceasefire is...
I didn't even finish reading it. It was a piece of garbage. Whatever Iran decided to send them. Piece of garbage. Wanted nothing to do with it. So, it's going to be very interesting to see, now that this conflict has been going on, at least over a month now, fam, this changes things with China. This isn't going to be... It was already a big deal before Iran. Now it's even a bigger deal. And that's going to change a lot of things at this meeting. And I'm really, really curious. Really curious to see. Because I think Pakistan has been trying to run these negotiations. Trump's been giving them credit, fam, but they haven't gotten anywhere. They have not gotten anywhere. Maybe if Xi steps in and they're at this meeting face to face, maybe something gets done and we get back to some normalcy with these conflicts. But guys, at this point, I know it sucks because guess what? Energy prices drive everything up. Okay, I've been seeing reports of inflation for April this past month. They're at their highest point, I think, in 4 or 5 years, whatever it was, whatever the number I think was at 3.8%. It's not good. And that is all because of energy prices. When gas and fuel is the driver for literally everything that gets products to where they need to be, everything is going to go up. Literally everything. Even when I'm doing firewood deliveries or log deliveries, everyone's prices have gone up. Selling wood is going to go up. Prices, of course, it touches everything. And I get it. People are pissed off, and you have every right to be pissed off about that. At the same token, with Trump doing it with Iran right now, he's committed. It has to be done. Anything else outside of that is a failure, and Trump is not going to allow that to happen. But as far as the CCP is concerned, guys, again, like, I just got to say, guys, and like, you can let me know if I'm wrong in this. It feels like ever since Pam Bondi has left the DOJ and Todd Blanche has taken over again, I sound like Candace Owens. My vibes around Todd Blanche, things are like really ramping up. Things are really getting done, it feels like. And this all could just be, all this stuff was already in the making, which it was. And it was just bad timing for Pam Bondi to basically get let go without being embarrassed. And all this stuff's breaking now, or Bondi really wasn't as great as Trump thought. I don't think, and no one really thought she was that great. She resigns, and all these arrests start happening. All these cases really start to get moving in the public light. And Todd Blanche seems to be doing an excellent job. And why am I bringing this up now in regards to China? Well, as Trump is heading to China, a Democrat California mayor resigns after DOJ nails her as a secret CCP agent. And no surprise, she is out of California. No way. Eileen Wang, the Democrat mayor of Arcadia, California, resigned Monday and agreed to plead guilty to acting as an illegal agent of the Chinese government, federal prosecutors announced. Wang, who became mayor earlier this year, after serving on the city council since 2022, faces up to 10 years in federal prison. Damn. She stands accused of working at the direction of the CCP officials to promote propaganda about the People's Republic of China and the United States. Wang, according to a press release from the U.S. Attorney's Office in the Central District of California, worked with the Chinese national Yanon Mike Sun to operate a website called U.S. News Center. The site posed as a local news outlet for Chinese Americans in Arcadia. Yeah, this is very bad. This is the type of stuff that will land you in federal prison. Not good. And Trump is on his way to China right now, and this is one of the biggest stories going.
But I don't think they should be able to run for office. The American dream is enough.
Right. Well, you know what? I don't think they should be up for president.
Did Swalwell fuck this one too?
I'm okay with they run for office. I think opposition research should be like, well, there's a little program out there that China has. They let 6,000 students come here, all of which know at any point we're going to ask you to bring back the research that you learned at college, especially graduate school. If you become somebody that becomes an American citizen because maybe you were anchor babied here and you want to use that American citizenship, just know we got your family. And if we need you to provide some information and intelligence, you're going to do it. So that's why it's so wrong for us to have 6,000 or whatever Chinese students here. It should be far and few between. I know we need.
You're right, Brandy. How are these people allowed to run for office knowing full well that these clowns run baby factories? These Chinese nationals come to this country. They literally find women that sell their bodies like nasty giant whores for 40, 50, 60,000, sometimes even more money than that, to get knocked up with a Chinese baby that they end up raising. And then when the time comes, this is how the Chinese, man, it's not just Chinese, communists in general, they love to play the long game and try to destroy this country from the inside out by using retarded, stupid laws that a lot of them are old on the books and being weaponized way more than when these laws were first set. Because again, technology-wise, these ideas of how these things could be overlooked were not in the minds of the people that made the laws during those days. and they get taken advantage of. Trump's been talking about this for a long time. Basically, about if you have immigrants here, illegals coming in, they just hopped the border, they're pregnant, and like, oh, we popped out a baby over the border, now that's an American. Fuck that. Our forefathers never banked on that because it was not a thing when they were forming our country. Not at all. How are these people allowed to run for office? Fuck that noise. You might as well just have them come over with CCP sign tattooed on their forehead and have them run and just be honest. Just run as a CCP agent.
On the shocking case of a former California mayor who's a Chinese spy. Matt.
Harris, the feds say that former mayor here in California operated a bogus website that pretended to be a news source for the Chinese American community, but instead promoted propaganda on behalf of China. The federal plea agreement says Eileen Wong took directives from the People's Republic of China on what to post on the fake website between 2000 and 2022 before she became a council member and ultimately mayor of Arcadia. For example, in
fucking mayor, dude.
2021, Wong reposted a pro-Chinese essay that read, "There is no genocide in Xinjiang. There is no such thing as forced labor in any production activity, including cotton production. Spreading such rumor is to defame China." Now, right after that article was shared on the bogus website, a Chinese official praised Wong and others in a group chat, writing, "So fast. Thank you, everyone." Federal prosecutors say Chinese officials had such fine control of the website that they would even message Wong and others about specific paragraphs or edits they wanted in articles, all to make the PRC look good.
What the fuck, dude?
Essentially, it means she worked in the United States for another government, for its officials. She executed directives. She did what they told her to do. They'll give her praise for how well she's doing, and she'll say, "Thank you, leader."
As part of the federal plea agreement, Wong resigned as mayor of Arcadia, California, and pleaded guilty to the felony offense of acting as an illegal agent. She faces up to 10 years in prison. Now, the feds say Wong worked alongside her former fiance, Mike Sun, who also previously pled guilty to espionage charges and was...
her husband got espionage charges.
Uh-oh, retard alert.
It runs in the family.
sentenced to 48 months in prison. Harris.
Oh man, so the husband only got 4 years, the wife's facing 10. What, I mean, do they have, I'm sure they had at least 20 kids, the CCP. Unbelievable, dude. Like, if your husband gets hit with espionage charges, how the hell does this woman get into a power position of a mayor of a city in well, that answers my question, of California, and she's running propaganda of the CCP about how they're not violent, there's no prison camps, they don't do these things, getting literally praised by the leaders and saying thank you, leader, in writing? What are we doing? What are we doing? And apparently she might be taking a plea deal. We shall see. I have no idea. Well, this is the thing. And you're right, down home, that this tells me the DOJ and FBI are looking at all these foreign politicians and their backgrounds. That's what I'm saying, man. Like, all this stuff is getting upturned. Like, and like, this is why I'm saying, like, yeah, everyone's banking on the big Russiagate stuff with Brennan and Comey, and we're gonna talk about that today for sure, guys. But how many things have we seen just come out of left field, that out of nowhere, that no one knew? Like the SPLC. No one was expecting the SPLC to get indicted and to be exposed in such a way that shows Charlottesville and the Dems and these NGOs operate to set up these false flags, which we already knew they were doing, but have proof of it. They put it in legal filings in criminal cases, and they're like, oh, we're not done. And by the way, guys, SPLC, I think it was updated yesterday. There is superseding indictments coming on the SPLC, already original indicted case. Saw that yesterday. Wanted to briefly mention that now. There is just so much stuff going on right now, it's hard to keep up. But a lot of this, again, fam, you may look at like this Arcadia story like, oh, okay, this was just a mayor. No. This is how you uproot the rot. This is how you get the infiltration and you rot it out. Because once you get one of these spies caught, it puts everyone else on notice. And it makes everyone feel very uneasy about what they're doing. 10 years in federal prison in the United States, facing for spy. I mean, depending on what, and you know there's more out there. They're obviously out there. You want to talk about chilling effect? This is it. And while Trump's going out to China right now, you can't make that timing up, fam. It's fantastic. And just on the topic of, you know, the Trump's meeting with Iran and all this that's about to go down, how the Iran conflict changes everything. I just want to show you guys a quick video here from a YouTube channel called China Observer. And it's kind of fun. It's morbid, but it's kind of funny. I'm not going to lie, guys. And this is why I've said, you know, I hate paying taxes just like everyone else, but I pay my taxes every single year. I have people telling me, God, don't pay your taxes. You don't have to. It's illegal. It's blah, blah. It's okay. I get it. I have kids, guys. It ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. But why do I say that? Is because I pay my taxes to keep the cartel that runs this bitch, that is this superpower, that pays the CIA, that pays the FBI, that pays the military to project the power of our country. We pay the cartel to leave us alone. And then that said cartel protects its territory, protects us. We get to live as much of a peaceful life as we possibly can. And then they go out and they do super badass things that if it was happening to us, it would keep us up at night. And what am I talking about? Well, I told you guys, and you guys already know this, China just loves to steal our shit. They love it. You think China is out in Iran just trying to give them oil, just briefly sitting by? They are, and they're taking it. They're not going to go. They're not going to get into a conflict with us militarily. They know that it's suicide. So what are they trying to do? They're out there. They get their little people out there, their little scientists, military, and they're trying to pick up our bombs, trying to pick up any downed aircraft. They're trying to get their grubby little Chinese hands on anything they can. And in one of these cases, there was a bomb that did not go off. It was dropped in Iran. It was dropped in Iran. Didn't go off. There's ICG officials all over this thing. It sits. And then you have Chinese officials coming in and trying to get their grubby hands on it. And then something happens. This is so savage. Watch this, guys.
A U.S. bomb playing dead during an airstrike not only killed a team of elite Iranian Revolutionary Guard bomb disposal experts, but also revealed a military-industrial secret Beijing has long tried to keep hidden. On May 1st, in Zanjan province, northwest Iran, a bomb disposal team from the Revolutionary Guard walked confidently into an area recently struck by a U.S.-Israeli airstrike. Iran's official statement claimed the operation was to clear unexploded ordnance and protect public safety.
That's not what they were
The bomb,
doing.
which had appeared inactive, exploded as the experts moved in to disarm it. 13 Revolutionary Guard members died instantly, and over 20 others were severely injured. In most cases, this would be a tragic bomb disposal accident, a grim result of war, but what happened afterward was more revealing. The truth is, the Iranians believed they had neutralized the bomb's fuse and were preparing to transport it back to military units for disassembly and reverse engineering, but then it exploded. Even more explosive rumors followed. Some claimed China had already offered a large sum for the bomb's wreckage. There was speculation that Chinese military experts might have even been present at the scene. When this information surfaced, it wasn't met with disbelief. Instead, it seemed to fit perfectly with the military-industrial ties between China and Iran. Some observers joked, this isn't just a bomb, it's a US fishing trip, waiting for the tech thieves to gather and then detonate it. Others suspected it could be a plot from Mossad or the CIA, designed as a trap.
It could be a plot or by the Mossad or the CIA as an American fishing expedition. Yeah, I would say not all the time that you have to send our military to go wreck anything that we left behind and make sure it does not fall into enemy hands. Well, sometimes you could just have the Mossad or you could have the CIA or both. Who knows? They know the bomb's out there. They know it didn't detonate. Well, you know what? You might as well get your damn money's worth. Let's wait. See who surrounds this thing. Maybe we get some high, official scientist. Or maybe you get IRGC and who's that? Wait, Chinese officials too? Let's make them feel real comfy. That will make the bomb go boom.
Certain analysts were reminded of the 1999 bombing of the Chinese embassy in Yugoslavia. A theory circulating for over 20 years suggests that China, eager to collect U.S. F-117 stealth fighter wreckage,
Scumbags.
had hidden the pieces in the embassy basement, prompting the U.S. military to target it. These discussions reveal a truth that China's regime desperately tries to hide. Its military industry is not about independent innovation. Instead, it's built on copying U.S. technology, often by picking up scraps from the battlefield. This time, however, those scraps included high explosives. The explosion didn't just kill bomb disposal experts, it revealed the weak foundation of the China-Iran military-industrial link and the secret, desperate need for technology. The 14 uranium bomb disposal experts in Zhejiang province did not die unjustly. They lost their lives due to their decision to treat high explosive bomb as a valuable item to be preserved intact. Standard bomb disposal procedures dictate that, when encountering unexploded large aerial bombs, the first step is to create distance. The area should be secured, people evacuated, and remote equipment or drones used to safely detonate the bomb, rendering it harmless in place. U.S. bombs of this kind are highly sophisticated, with multiple safety features, delayed fuses, and sensitive triggers. The condition of the bomb can change upon impact. Environmental factors like temperature and humidity can further destabilize it. These bombs are more dangerous after landing than when dropped from a plane. Any disturbance could trigger a detonation. The Iranians were aware of this. In fact, during the same period in Zhejiang, 3 GBU-57 bunker buster bombs, each weighing 13 tons, were destroyed on site without incident. Since the first 3 bombs of the same type and weight were safely detonated, it would have been logical to follow the same procedure with a 4th bomb. But at that moment, someone ordered a halt. The first 3 bombs had crashed into bunkers, breaking their fuses and damaging their guidance systems, making them unsuitable for further analysis. Destroying them was the simplest option. The 4th bomb, however, was intact. Every component, from the fuse to the guidance system, from the hardening case to the impact sensors, was in place. For a country like Iran, which has faced constant pressure from U.S. military technology, this bomb represented an opportunity to study American military technology firsthand.
So just think about that, guys, that you have an enemy. So this is why, like, it just makes you feel good as an American. You have the IRGC, obviously, they're retards. They believe if they die anyways, they're going to get 72 virgins, complete retards. And then you have the Chinese, who are basically atheists. They are so desperate, they are willing to go grab a bomb, a bunker buster bomb in the ground, try to pull it out, and leave it as is to go then study it. Like, I don't know how much suicidal empathy you need as a country to be okay with that, but how desperate does that show you about how far they're willing to go just to see if they can steal and replicate and get what we have. It's incredible. And no one knows if it just blew up. When they moved it in the wrong spot. It was weather-wise, humidity, the heat, anything. But I can tell you guys right now, if it wasn't any of those things, I would not put it past the CIA or Mossad to let some high-profile scientist, military, whoever it is, to get around that thing. And by the way, it's a bunker buster bomb, guys. This isn't like a grenade. This levels fucking concrete. This will go into a side of a mountain and turn it into mush. Anyone that's around this thing, it's insta-death. It's not even pink mist. You're gone. You're completely evaporated. And it blew up. Okay? And guess what? You'd have to know that Xi Jinping knows this, and that all went down. Okay? It's too damn funny. It's absolutely savage. And this is why I say, some days, guys, Some days, I mean, you're probably talking about 98% of the year. I hate paying taxes. I hate our government. I think income tax should be abolished. State income taxes, okay, whatever. Property taxes is bullshit in my opinion. That's complete nonsense. Hopefully that'll change one day. But that money, hopefully some of that money that's not going to a Somali warlord is going to paying these agencies to go kill our enemies. And to be as ruthless and savage than anyone else on this planet at the moment. So, where does that leave us off, guys, with everything going on with Iran? Real quick, everything going down with Iran, the UAE has reportedly been launching missiles at them, shooting at them. We knew that was a matter of time before that went down. Well, that happened. IRGC is also trying to send operatives into Kuwait. That's going to be a problem. They ain't going to allow that to happen. And the crazy part about all this is that, and you're seeing this with India, which is wild. Been talking now for months about how all these countries are now coming to the United States to fill up, to get what they've been normally getting from the Hormuz Strait, and they're being rerouted to the United States. India right now, there was a giant drop in what they were expecting countries to come through on as far as re-upping their orders for going through India, and they're not doing it. The people who forecast these things are showing that India is not, they're not getting these people to come back basically for their oil, for their business. Why not? Because they have now been going to Texas. They have now been going to Louisiana, the Gulf of America. And they like coming to America. It's a lot safer to come to America to get their oil. And they're like, you know what? We thought the Strait of Hormuz being closed is a pain in the ass. It's a huge pain in the ass. We just have to worry about fucking Houthis and terrorists shooting rockets, doing Aloha snack bar shit to our ships, and always having being blackmailed or whatever. We got to pay a price to go through. It's bullshit. We actually kind of like going through to America. And maybe it's going to stay that way. President Trump announces oil and gas companies have informed him they're 100% ditching the Strait of Hormuz and are picking Texas instead. Quote, we've become a very, very big on the filling station. We're a big filling station. And what's happening is when people heard about losing Hormuz, they said, oh, it's genius. They're finding other locations. And some of those people I spoke to, companies and countries, some of those people are going to continue to go to Texas. They like it better. They said it's an extra 45 minutes. They like it better. And it's sort of amazing, it found its way. So a lot of people thought oil was going to 250, 300. It's not. I mean, today it's at less than 100. Think of that. Now, when this ends, you're going to see a drop like a rock. I know, guys, we're all waiting for it. We're all waiting for it, but it's coming. I trust Trump, guys. I trust Trump to get this done, and he's going to get it done. And this is what I was talking about with India. Well, when oil prices corrected in early April following a U.S.-Iran ceasefire agreement, foreign investors did not use the opportunity to, quote, re-enter India. And they don't want to. Simply the fact is, yeah, we might have to go an extra 45 minutes to America, but so what? Foreign investors exit from India at record high. This is just... Everyone, fam, that never banked on America, they are now understanding, don't ever, as of right now in 2026, the superpower that we are, don't ever bet against us. You will pay indirectly, even if you're not Iran, anyone that does business with these countries, that helps these countries, anything. You're going to feel the pain of our superpower. It's incredible. And as of right now, guys, it seems like, again, this could all change. This all changes by the day. This whole thing about getting the uranium, the nuclear dust, it sounds like there's going to have to be some kind of military operation to go get it. I don't know how the hell they're going to do this. They're going to need some, like, ghost murmur fucking technology or be able to, like, astral project soldiers through walls and mountains to get this shit. I have no idea how they're going to do it, but Trump's going to do it. And we found out this was a very unreported report. I have no idea how this went unnoticed, but it did. The U.S. removes all enriched uranium from Venezuela reactor and ships materials to South Carolina in major nuclear security op. Did you guys hear about this? This happened on May 8th. How did we miss this? The U.S. and partners completed the removal of all remaining enriched uranium from a legacy research reactor in Venezuela. The Department of Energy's National Nuclear Security Admin announced on Friday for decades the RV-1 reactor supported physics and nuclear research. Once that work finished in 1991, its uranium enriched above the crucial 20% threshold became surplus material. The team and technical experts from the Venezuela Institute of Scientific Research safely removed 13.5 kilograms, about 30 pounds, of uranium from the RV-1 reactor, the admin said, working in close cooperation with the IAEA. Throughout, the team securely packaged uranium into a spent fuel cask, and now it was sent to South Carolina, guys. What the actual fuck? You know, this is no big deal. No big deal, everybody. We just took their uranium and no one did think about it? You're telling what? What? Come on, how, what? Now, I'm not saying I'm not saying, Iran's gonna be Venezuela. It's probably gonna be a little bit harder. We bent Venezuela over hard. We also bent Iran over pretty damn hard, but it's a little bit different, geological wise. The landscape, the mountains, all that shit. Totally different ballgame in Iran. But fam, if there's anybody to do it, it is the United States military. Maybe we don't have to go special ops on these guys, but I don't know, guys. Look at Trump's Truth Social. You tell me what he's thinking, okay? Trump's up at fucking 2 in the morning, probably taking a shit on Air Force One, somewhere in the White House, taking a shit, and he's like, hey, Dan, you want to see me post this one? Lasers, bing, 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 bonk, bing, bing, gone. Of destroyers taking out Iranian drones with Jewish space lasers, okay? Why not? Bye-bye, fast boats. Why not? Predator drones dropping missiles on the fast boats. Fuck it, why not? I think he truthed, guys. I don't even know how many times. Might have been 20 to 30 times. It was insane. It was insane. So, it's really crazy, fam, where all this is going to end up going, okay? And I can't wait to see where this goes, because as far as the domestic side, what's going on here in the home front, guys? Trump's going to China, guys. Pray for his safety. Pray for our leaders over there. Even all the American ones, even if we don't like some of them. We don't want any issues. We don't want an international incident that could strike something fucking crazy. That's why JD Vance is staying behind over here. Pray for Trump's safety is all I'm saying. Anything happen to Trump in China, it'll be a shit show. So, what I want to do now, I want to get to the gold pills. Got to read your guys' gold pills. I appreciate all the love you guys are dropping. And I want to get into what's happening on the domestic front here with Spygate, Trump's Truth Social post, everything going on with Thomas Massie, and the Democrats as a whole with this gerrymandering war that's been going on, because what the Democrats are thinking, attempting, it just shows you how fucking insane, psycho, communist these people are. And this is not an exaggeration. But guys, we got to finish the rest of the show on Pilled, as we always do. The best parts of the show are always on Pilled. Why not move over there? We do this every single night at 6:45 p.m. Eastern Time. Exclusively, please go over there from X, YouTube, Rumble, Kick. Thank you all for joining. Get off of big tech. Get off of shitty Rumble. It's nothing but bots over there. Shout out to everyone who actually engaged in the chat over on Rumble. I actually appreciate you guys. People that do not, they're probably not real, to be honest with you. It is bot central over there. It's all fake. And we got a lot more to cover, guys, as far as what's going on with Trump, Russiagate, Truth Social Post, everything going down with the Dems, and Thomas Massie seems like he could be in giant trouble. We'll see you guys over on Pill.net. Bye, my friends. And thank you, little cat. All right.